An unpaid $4,000 loan ended up costing MLB players more than $32 million in lost salaries and created one of baseball's biggest scandals. Meet Porter Fisher. He wants to lose some weight, and he meets Tony Bosch at a tanning salon. Tony claims to be a doctor and prescribes a cocktail of anabolic steroids and vitamins. The drugs work. Fisher loans Bosch $4,000 to help the Biogenesis clinic that Bosch works at to get through a slight cash flow issue. As part of the deal, Fisher joins Biogenesis as its marketing director. For his $4,000 loan, he is to be repaid $4,800. After initially making repayments of around $1,200 to Fisher, Bosch stopped making payments. Records show that Bosch was generating more than $25,000 a month for selling its rejuvenation packages to professional athletes in different sports. Fisher confronted Bosch about the unpaid loan and was basically told to get lost. Regarding this interaction, Fisher later told the New York Times, "I saw red. I had two choices: cave his face in or crumble his little world. I chose the latter." Shortly after, Fisher went to the Biogenesis clinic after hours and took a stack of boxes filled with Bosch's files. He took the files to the Miami New Times office, who wrote an investigative report that revealed to the world that steroid use was still alive and well in Major League Baseball and in many other professional sports. The Miami New Times would directly implicate big names in MLB, including Alex Rodriguez, Ryan Braun, Nelson Cruz, and several others. The MLB's commissioner's office is pissed. They immediately filed lawsuits against Bosch and 5 others connected to the anti-aging clinic. MLB paid Porter Fisher $5,000 for a one-page sample, which he provided. MLB later texted him an offer of $125,000 for the full set, which Fisher rejected. Not to be deterred, MLB paid a criminal acquaintance of Fisher's named Gary Jones $100,000 for 4 flash drives worth of Biogenesis files. Not long after, Fisher's car is broken into, and files that he had stored in his car were stolen. A month later, Jones sells MLB another flash drive for $25,000, and it's the files that he stole from Fisher. Jones later signed an affidavit confirming he sold stolen documents to MLB. Additionally, MLB paid witnesses to ensure cooperation, and an ESPN article showed that MLB spent approximately $2 million on Tony Bosch's security and legal costs. ESPN read DEA files related to the case and showed that MLB ultimately spent upwards of $5 million, spending $2 million alone just for Bosch's security. While MLB was doing this, Alex Rodriguez was making his own purchases. A-Rod's team paid $200,000 for stolen copies of clinic notebooks and a video of an MLB investigator's cash purchase. When it was all said and done, MLB players received a total of 827 games and suspensions, including 211 to A-Rod, later reduced to 162, 65 to Ryan Braun, and 50 games each to a dozen others. These players would forfeit over $32 million in salary. In total, Bosch's unpaid $4,000 loan to Fisher cost MLB players, and other professional athletes roughly $38 million, and possibly close to $40 million when you account for lost revenues and legal fees and other investigative costs. That's nearly 10,000 times the value of the initial loan. The $25,000 a month that Bosch was clearing for running Biogenesis collapsed overnight. The fine for impersonating a doctor was $5,000. His clinic collapses, and now he's testifying against the athletes he once bragged about partying, all for refusing to repay the $3,600 debt remaining to one of his employees. This story is possibly one of the biggest implosions that I can think of in professional sports. What do you guys think? Is there an even bigger downfall in professional sports? Let me know in the comments.